everybody, and welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance review. So today we're going to be taking a look at a niche brand. This is FLORIS of London. They have a fragrance from 1980, and it is classified as a woody aromatic, but to me it feels like a fougere. It is elite. So what we're going to do, as we always do in all of my individual fragrance reviews, is break down the fragrance into 5 parts. First, we're going to take a look at its box and bottle presentation. Then I'm going to talk about the fragrance's notes, talk about the ones that I can pick up on, and then I'll go over its performance based on my experience wearing it, how long it lasted on me, give it my overall thoughts, and then I will give it my overall rating. Before we jump into the video, if it's your first time here and you enjoy the type of videos that I make, which are classic men's fragrance reviews and lists, make sure to subscribe. We are very close to 10,000 and I can't thank you all enough. Make sure to check out my Instagram page for news and updates on the channel, like when videos are going to drop, obviously photos of fragrances from my collection and daily scent of the day story posts. If you have a TikTok and you want to check out mine, it's Sabro88. It is not fragrance related. You'll figure it out when you get there, what it's all about. And then of course my Mercari page, guys. If you are interested in purchasing, rare or discontinued fragrances directly from my collection, you can do that on my Mercari page. There's more than just rare and discontinued. There's some other ones there that you can check out. And the link is going to be in the description for that. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. So let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at Elite by FLORIS of London. So like always, we're going to start off with the presentation. I don't have the box for this bottle, but I do have the box for the aftershave, and it is the same thing. It's just going to say eau de toilette versus aftershave. So you can see here, the box has a nice texture, solid, type of cardboard here with the beautiful gold bordering around everything. You can see the detail there, FLORIS, London, Elite. This says aftershave. On the top, again, the logo FLORIS. And on the back, you have all the brand information. There's a sticker, made in England too. So talks about it here, things that just, the history of the company, fragrant lotion to help close the pores and invigorate the newly shaved skin. I'm sure the eau de toilette has information like that. On the bottom, you can see the batch code here too. So we'll open up the box. It does have a nice French wrapper in there, and that's thick too to make sure the box doesn't bend or break. It's a very, very solid presentation. It is a niche brand, so you would expect that, and they've got their website right there too on that flap. Let's go bring up the bottle here. One thing I really like is the green juice. I think it's cool when the juice is a different color. So gold accent, gold cap, solid glass. It says FLORIS there in embossed glass on both sides. On the bottom here, you can see some more information about it there too. So this is a 100 ml bottle, and it is an eau de toilette concentration. You can pick it up by the cap, solid. You got to pull that off. Not magnetic, but fits on nice and snug. Very, got some detail on the cap there for the logo. Gold sprayer, gold atomizer. Looks like gold is the big thing in the 80s too. Let's check the distribution on this. Good sprayer. So all around solid presentation for FLORIS' Elite. All right, so let's go over the notes for FLORIS Elite. And in the top, you have bergamot, juniper, Virginia cedar, petitgrain, and grapefruit. So some citrus in the top. And then in the middle or heart of the fragrance, you have fir, lavender, and bay leaf. Then in the base, there's oak moss, of course, leather, cedar, vetiver, amber, patchouli, and musk. So decent amount of notes in this fragrance. I've never smelled bay leaf, but there's just the uniqueness to the scent. So maybe that's what that note is. I'm not sure. I definitely get a little bit of citrus. Obviously, I won't be able to tell if it's bergamot or grapefruit, but there's a brightness to it. There's cedar in here. You can definitely detect that. And of course, the oak moss. So there's a lot going on in this fragrance. Musk, I believe, as well, too. That's something in the dry down that I pick up, too. So, those are the notes for FLORIS Elite. As far as the performance for this goes, my experience in wearing it, I've worn a decent amount, several days. If you've seen it posted on my stories for Scent of the Day on the Instagram page, I would say it's between 5 and 6 hours, which is above average. Not excellent. It's not a beast mode fragrance. It projects well. It's strong in the beginning. I think if you apply it to clothing, it's going to last longer. Like I got a lot of these shirts for work here. These are like dry fit, all polyester. Fragrances tend to stick to these a lot, so I've been spraying it underneath the shirt and on top of it. That helps. But overall, not a super big performer, but it's not a poor performer either. So I think that between that 5 and 6 hours is reasonable from what I've noticed. some of the things that you can do to enhance the performance, you guys know I like the body line, and this is a cool brand because they have so many different body line products. And I think that when you have a higher end brand, like say something like Aqua de Parma, anything under the sun as far as performance enhancing body line products you can get. So they have the aftershave. So check that out. Look at that frosted glass. Same thing. It's a splash. Strong aftershave. Like if you just wanted to use this and you wanted something for 3-4 hours, you could do that. I shaved with this already last weekend. Smells so good and it's so clean. And I'll get into the description in a moment. They have, well, this is probably one of the best body washes I've ever had. It smells awesome. A lot like the fragrance. Green, just really, really good lather, smells so good, and it sticks here. You come out of the shower, like you can still smell it. Some body washes, you know, once you rinse off, it's gone. This one does hang around a little bit, so that'll help. And then of course, I would say the aftershave balm. I always get this because of how thick of a beard that I have. Not necessarily very potent at all. Some aftershave balms are, they really complement the scent. This one doesn't do that so much, and you really have to rub it in too. Like it doesn't go away easily. You'll have like white all over your face, but you know, obviously you're supposed to massage it in your skin. So, but it does smell like Elite a little bit too. So those things will help the performance. Otherwise, without the body line, you're going to be in the 5-6 hour range. All right, guys, it's time for my thoughts on Floris of London's Elite. So this is it. I really like this stuff. As soon as I heard the description of it, I got the description of it recently. I tried it a long time ago. One of my buddies had the fragrance and I thought it smelled nice, but that was probably in like 2019. So I have not tried it since. And I just saw a bottle that someone was selling, just the loose bottle, and I bought it. It was a good deal off of Mercari. And this stuff is awesome. Let's spray a little bit more in the air here, get some on my hand. Again, the opening, it's amazing of a scent. I really like it. It opens up and it comes off as like a very high-end niche classic. It's not going to have any sharp roughness to it, but that's also there as well too. So and what I mean by that is it just smells high quality. Like it doesn't smell like it's a cheap fragrance in an expensive bottle. It smells like it is high quality and it's worth spending the money on it. I think these are around 65 to 70 bucks, which isn't ridiculously expensive, but many classics you can have for much less than that. So, and I'm talking about like on gray market sites, like your Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, that's where I got all the body line products. So, you know, it opens up very green, like a rich woodsy green. And then it's followed up by this fresh, clean soapiness. And it's like a high-end bar of soap. That's what it reminds me of. And then it also mixes with that soapy freshness with some woodsy green muskiness. And that's where it reminds me, the soapy freshness and muskiness, that combination there reminds me of Koros. I couldn't put my finger on, like, what does this smell like? And I'm like, wow, it smells like Koros, or like one of those clones of Koros that are like high-end oils. That's what it smells like. It smells like Koros. And then the woodsy greenness in there kind of reminds me of Polo. So it's a combination of both of those two, which is interesting. Polo green and Koros, but it's also its own thing. I'm not saying they're clones, but there's bits and pieces in this fragrance that remind me of that. It's also a little bit like Lacoste for men, but without the lime, just the greenness in it too. So very, very good stuff. Really enjoy it. Really like the scent. It's great for a signature scent. It's good for daily office wear, I think, if you're going to put a little bit on because the performance isn't monstrous. It's just a classy scent. Like it's a good signature scent. You could wear it formal, but it definitely is a classic masculine men's fragrance. I really enjoy it. I think age range for this would probably be late 20s, early 30s. If you're like me, I'm mid 30s, and I love classics. I've been wearing them for a while. You might like it, but definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed. It isn't one of those scents that it's like all presentation and the scent is mediocre. This definitely, I think, is a solid fragrance, and I really enjoy it. All right, guys, time for my overall ratings for Floris Elite by Floris of London. So the presentation, very classy, very just classic as well, too. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I like it. I like the accented gold. The boxes are nice. The bottles are solid glass, good detail, 8 out of 10. As far as the performance goes, I would say, with the body line products, since I like all that stuff, I'm of course going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll even give it to like around between 5 and 6 hours. Without that, maybe 7 with all the things. Since I own them, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for the performance. The opening is strong and that's where it projects, but it just doesn't last as long as you might think it would. But still 7 out of 10 for performance. And as far as the scent goes, absolutely love the stuff. It's a combination of two of my favorite fragrances, bits and pieces of Koros, the soapy freshness, and the green mossiness, the fur, that type of thing in there as well from Polo, and also its own thing combination. So 9 out of 10 for the scent, and it's going to bring the overall rating from me for Floris of London Elite to an 8 out of 10. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me. That is my review of Elite by Floris of London. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the review. Do you agree with my opinion on it? Do you like this fragrance? Are there others from Floris that I should try that are better than this one? Many times with these niche brands, they have 1 or 2 great fragrances and the rest are just okay. But this one, in my opinion, would have to be one of their greats because it's so good. So let me know in the comment section. I always appreciate all the interaction. Make sure to subscribe, check out the Instagram, the TikTok, and definitely check out that Mercari page. Thank you so much for watching the video and hanging out with me today, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.